Hey guys, welcome back to Kenny's Claggy Garage. Do you ever drive by a place by the side of the road where there's a sign saying free? Well, I did, and this fine piece went with me back home. You want to see it? Let's have a look. So I believe this is a 91 model Texas garden tiller. I think it's called a tiller. And as I said, it was free on the side of the road. And I just happened to drive by, and this one was standing there together with a hardy sprayer. So that also went with me back. It was just scattered around the property alongside the road. So there was no people to talk to. So I just grabbed it on my trailer. So I know absolutely nothing. It seems complete. Although a bit of in a rough shape. It hasn't been in the ground lately, I don't think, but at some point it did, because this was left on there. When these are running, they kick up a lot of dirt, and maybe we have a leak somewhere because it's just packed. It's just packed underneath the engine. Yeah, and most of the linkages and cables and stuff seems to be stuck. This might be moving. This one is very stuck. So I don't know what we got here, but I'm gonna find out. So should we see if the engine will run? Because then if it needs belts or other stuff, then we can throw it at it if it's a runner. So let's find out together. See if this will run. So does it turn over? It does. And it feels fine. I feel compression. The handle is starting to come apart. I got my dog standing here. Tia, sit. Tuck. We've got visitors where the daughter she's not too comfortable with our dog, so she's going to stick with me for a couple of hours. So yeah, turns over. This might break at some point, but then we'll deal with that. Do we have anything in here? Don't see anything, but it's also dark. Nope, bone dry. It looks okay, not too rusty. Is that the pickup over there? Yeah. So no gas, and if it has run out because of a hole in the tank, we'll find out. So oil. Okay, so you want to play in that way. Whoa, come on. Okay, did you see it? I actually bent the screwdriver turning this plastic cap off. Now this should, oh. I do believe that oil should be up to here. So we are very, very low on oil. Well, now that we know that, let's continue. So How does it kill spark? Is it up here? Doesn't say stop, or I cannot see it anyways, but you know what? I think this is the first time where I actually can benefit from my lift that you saw me bring home a couple of videos ago. Has two positions, if you can say. Of course, it got all the positions there where it would stop, but it got two safety positions, the top one and the second one. For the first time, I actually do believe that I need to lower it down, because otherwise I will be standing up here and not able to see what I'm doing. So let's put this rod in. Rodney. This is the first safety position where, let's see. Whoa! Is this better? But do we want it one more down? We can always just stop at some point. It doesn't have to rest on the bar. Tia. Is that better? Yeah. How much can you see now? I guess this is okay. There. Okay there. So maybe I should do myself a favor and start spraying some oil around on stuff where I think I might gonna need access and stuff. I for sure think that I need to pull off the cover for the belts over here, so a little for you, a little bit there and there. See ya. Where else? Nowhere else. Cables. So, throttle cable here. And this one, which is broken. So that's just great. Okay, did this just free up? Could be. So, where should we start? Should we start with spark? Check for spark. The plug looks fairly new, but you never know. Wrong way, idiot. It's totally dry, but there was some cobwebs or something. Tia. So the plug looks okay. So do we have spark? Do you want to have a closer look? Can you see anything? Don't see any. Yeah, it does. It actually looks okay. Nice and bright blue. Let me just shut off the lights here. I don't know if you can see down there. Maybe there. Yeah, you can actually see it better than me, so that's just great. You could have told me. What next? Should we dive into? I think I want to take off the air cleaner to be able to free up linkages and the choke, the throttle and the choke. I think I'm gonna need, and then I actually think I'm gonna take off the belts because something is happening in there. I don't want it to rotate the knives before I'm ready, if I ever will be ready. So I'm gonna take off the air cleaner. Then we can also see what that looks like. Oh, it's tight. I think it's loosening up now. Yeah. Holy moly. No. Did it just break? Yeah, it snapped off. Well, too bad. So we've got a pre-filter in here. Yeah. This looks like it has been wet or something. There's rust. There's rust on it, so okay, maybe not on the filter. Maybe this belongs to the lid. Maybe. So okay, this is stuck in here. So let's see if we can persuade this to get off. That was one corner. Oh. This is really on here. Hooray! Wow, does that just look great or what? No, not even close. Well, a new filter might be on the wish list. So do you want to see? This looks rather promising, right? There's almost no head left on the bolts. So these will be very joyful to get out. Well, let me just pick away at this a little bit. I don't want to bother you with that. So I'm fighting these 4 bolts holding down the tray for the air filter. This one and that one popped right away, and this one with a bit of persuasion. This one is really, I got it, I don't know, halfway or something, but it is really, really fighting me, and it is one of the critical ones because those two I would really hate to be stripped out, because that's directly to the intake into the carb. So I really hope that this one will come loose. I'm using a screwdriver to not put too much force on it, to try and prevent it from breaking, like that one. So I'm working it back and forward, and hopefully it will come loose. How long of a bolt am I dealing with? Okay, then we got a long way. Well, it must loosen up, I hope. Yeah, I'll bring it back in a minute. I'm sure it will go in a minute. So I got the bolt here, and it let go pretty quick, so I'm afraid that I broke it. Let's take the other one out to do a comparison. No, no, it's okay. Focus. This one was the stuck one. It looks okay. Burp, sorry. So just the last two, and then I can take the tray off. Maybe I should chase the threads before I put this back and clean the bolts, the threads on the bolts. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna do some lubrication in here to free it up. So what do we need? Do you want to see? Let's have a look together. So what do we have here? This is the choke, which is sort of stuck but sort of freed up. Why isn't it moving over here? I don't know. The throttle is free on the carb, so it's just a cable. Oh, that's really stuck. Maybe we can, yeah, it's also very rusted there. Maybe we take the cable off so we can work with this. Yeah, we do that. I'm gonna free up the choke and take off the cable for the throttle and make that work also. So see you in a bit. So I just loosened the two screws for the plate with the choke handle because it was just flapping in the breeze from not being supported by the tray from the filter. And also to be able to see much better in here. Okay, we got the governor here. What's that? Okay, we got a wire. A ground wire, where does that go? Okay, yeah, we'll figure that out later. It must be the Kill Bill. Did you see that movie? Or those movies? Yeah, the handle is moving okay. Maybe it could be better, but we just squirt some oil on it and then it will cure itself, I'm sure. There. So, throttle cable. There we are. Yeah, it's looking. Oh, sorry, I stepped on your toes. It's looking a bit rusty here, but maybe that's not too bad. Yeah, it is too bad. This is not moving. But it seems to be. It's moving here. So it seems to be up in the handle itself. What is this? So I got both the belts off. The reverse belt, it's got some wear and it's delaminating. Oh, it's coming apart. Is what I'm saying. The forward belt, it must have been changed at some point because yeah, it must be the one with the most use. So yeah, they're probably fine. So now should we try if this thing will run? Let's give it a snort of this again. So I'm excited. So if we need to kill it, if it's going to run away or something, can we can I block it with something? Yeah, I have an old shirt here that it can chew on if it feels like it. So is this the money shot? Or yeah, you know what? Let's give it a pull, see what happens. So my microphone died, so I don't know how much audio I'm missing now, but basically it fired right up and it sounded really nice. So I'm gonna try again. Give it some stuff down in the throat. It sounds really nice. This will run just fine. See? This is great. We just need fuel. This is running fine. We just need a steady fuel supply. Then I'm sure it will run just fine. We also need to fill the oil before we run it too long. So what should we do next? So should we free up the cable, the throttle cable, so that yeah, we will free up the throttle cable so we can control it, and then I think we will dump in some fuel and then run it for a little bit and then take out what's in for oil and put in some fresh stuff. Is that a plan? Great. So it's this thing just stuck in here or what? Is the deal. There we go. What a nice design. What is this? Oh, well, hello. Well, I'm afraid you're moving out today. Whoa, look at that guy. Hello. Let me find you somewhere else to live. Whoa, that's a big one. For some reason I got a lot of wildlife in my machines today. So now it's so this is the throttle. Well, it is actually moving here in and out of the outer cable. So what about here? We'll just we just need to work it a little bit, I guess. There we go. When the cable gets stretched out, then it will move. Sort of. So yeah, we just need to shoot some lube in here and work it sometimes, I guess. So I took off the throttle cable and I got it boiling over there in my ultrasonic cleaner. And I think I'm gonna dump in some fuel, maybe a bit of oil just to give it something, so that we know that it got oil. Just a little bit, because oil is cheap and an engine isn't. Yeah, well, now we know it got oil. Nice. So a bit of fuel in the tank, and then I will see if it will take the fuel and see if it will run for a bit more than 5 seconds. Which of course we hope that it will. Now for some reason I cannot get the choke to work now. I think that it was working when I took off the plate for the throttle for the choke handle. Is it even here? Yes, it is. Well, we can deal with that later. I don't think we need choke right now, and it is open. I don't get it, but I don't have to. So that's very nice. All over, just perfect. So that's way too much fuel in the tank, because who knows if it will run. Yeah, of course it will. We know that it will because it already did. But it's going to run on the fuel that we just put in. Okay. Well, let's just give it a pull and see what happens. Very promising. So just need choke. So come on, genius. It's pulling the cable. So that's full throttle. Maybe it's not able to suck it up. Nah. Now we got a little pool down there with brake clean, so well, I don't think that it's picking up the fuel. So I guess we're taking apart the carburetor and the gas tank. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm gonna take the carb and the tank off, and then we'll meet you over at the bench. So I've got the carburetor off, and I just looked around to see if there was a hole through, and there is, this way at least. Then I turned it over on its upside down. Can you see there? I don't believe that fuel would flow through here. And also, what are these hairs on the pickup tube? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is that a piece of wood? What is that? What is it? No, now we got a hole through, so that's just nice. I don't know what that is. And I also don't care, because now it's gone. So, what needs to be through? What needs to have passage? There's a hole there and a hole there. And we also have, we can take off the side here. Should we do that? See what's inside. There must be a diaphragm or something, I guess. Let's see. So they all came loose. That's a good thing. I don't know if any springs or anything will come out, because it's a long time since I have taken one of these apart, if ever. There we go. It let loose. So what do we have in here? Oh no. We've got a gasket that is not... Yeah, we got one of those diaphragms. Uh-oh. What are you doing? I don't know. Please let go now. So now, it's still holding up. There we go. Well, it did fire up when I shot brake cleaner down in the intake, so I really don't think that the problem is in here. I really think it was just because it wasn't able to pick up the fuel. We've got some rust in here. So I'm just gonna clean this with brake cleaner and compressed air and put it back together, and then see if it will run better then. So yeah, see you in 5 minutes. I'm back. So to put it together, that's just the opposite of what I just did. This seems fairly flexible, so I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. At least I hope not. Now, are these folded? No, they're not. That's okay. There. So, just put the screws back in. Four screws. There we go. Can I do something about the choke? Because that's not really having it. And that's plastic, so look, we don't want to break that if we can help it. So Thomas, why didn't you tighten all the screws? Yeah, sorry, I don't know. There. there, there, and there. So the carb and the gas tank is back on, and there's fuel in, fresh fuel, but it still will not run. And then I thought, hey, why didn't I bother taking out this screw here, which is, I believe is a mixer screw or something, and it doesn't look the greatest, so I guess I'm gonna take off the carburetor again and clean out this, and then we'll see if it will run. So this is a Sunday afternoon after I don't know how many days since I last took a look at this thing, and I wasn't really going to do anything today because you gotta take some time off, right? But I ended up out here anyways. I don't have the work clothes on. The only work related I did was to roll up my sleeves. So this is a half-ass attempt to start this thing. Off camera, I've taken off the carburetor one more time and soaked it in my cleaning thing over there. That's just a candy box with some solution in it. I left it there for 24 hours to soak, and yeah, the throttle was stuck, still kind of is, and the choke was stuck and it's still a bit sticky. So, but we got it on sort of half throttle, fresh gasoline, one more time. So let's see if we just have to be relaxed about it. So we are not really counting on anything, so we won't be disappointed, right? Right. Let's give it a go. If it runs, top dollar, and if it don't, who cares? Here we go. It probably got a bit of brake cleaner in the throat from something. I don't remember. Let's try it. Can't go wrong. No, it won't run. Well, it also have to get some fuel. And it doesn't. It kinda sounds like you wanna go. Is it still the same? Full choke. Okay. We might be onto something here. No choke. Okay. So, how do I shut it off? Okay, so my theory was right. I just had to be relaxed about it, or yeah, knock on wood. It looks like it's going to run now. So we'll try and fire it up one more time to see if it was just coincidence. No choke, half throttle. Can you hear that? It is hunting a little bit because it doesn't have an air cleaner. So when I choke off the intake, it runs a bit better. Nice. So now what? I think I want the throttle cable to move, to be able to move, and the same with the choke. And then when the choke and the throttle is moving, I can put this bracket back on that supports everything a little bit, and then we can look into something about the air cleaner. But this is great, absolutely great. She would try and make a full send and see how it does. Yeah. I'm gonna give it full throttle and then give it a pull. Okay, full throttle. Here we go. Maybe. It won't die. That's great. She's a peach. Great.